Laseki just got a PB
Mm-hmm.
last match against you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say they're like less than a minute between each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And the match is starting. Yay!
Yeah, this will be interesting. So once we get synced up here on our end, and
yeah, there we go.
There we go.
So first stage is pretty easy.
Okay.
It's just he got bonked. It's just pretty much dashing. If you've never played Mega Man X2, you already got the dashing ability, which you would get later in X1. It's just dashing movements. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And then we'll face Sifo. It's also not too much of a hard fight.
I think Ikki forgot that he got control there at the start because he just stood there and took a hit from the cannon driver. So CFO fight here, basically you want to start with a charge shot, and then during the iframes of that charge shot, you want to hit him with a dash shot, and then you're charging up for another charge shot, and you just repeat the process. And it looks like Ikki may have made up a little bit of time there. I think Laseki had a bad fight. So they're a second apart going into the stage select here. I believe we will be seeing two different routes. Laseki does ostrich third, and I think Ikki does stag third.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so for those who don't know, there are a couple different routes to take. It's really depending on how advanced the speedrunner is. Obviously, everyone will go to wire sponge first. We are, for those who don't know, this is any percent, so we are technically collecting everything, but not everything. We're just not collecting the 0 parts, but we're still collecting all the sub-tanks and the hearts, and we will get our little special Street Fighter power-up, as all Classic X games go.
Alrighty, Laseki gets the sub-tank. Didn't take too much time to get there.
Ooh. Ikki looked like he had a little tad troubles with the elevator portion. This portion, unfortunately, is a little bit RNG with the weather crystal. It can do a couple different things. It could be super sunny. It could be raining, which is a little bad because it can't push. With the sun, it causes a lot of lag, or it can be default, which is the best one you want.
And looks like they're both entering the sponge door at just about the same time, so it's going to be up to Sponge to see who gets the early lead here. So for the Sponge fight, they just want to keep hitting Sponge with dash shots and continue to whittle down his HP as Sponge jumps around, but they want Sponge to reach for the ceiling here before he enters the 10 HP or less threshold. If they don't get a good Sponge, they'll have to force the angry Sponge and just wait for 9 seconds, and looks like that's what Laseki had to do, but Ikki looks like he's got a good Sponge.
Ooh, unfortunately for Laseki, got the angry Sponge.
And now he decides to go up after he goes angry. Terrific. So Ikki's going to have a 10-second lead coming out of Sponge, but this is still early in the race, so anything can happen from here into the end.
Definitely. So next stage is Wheel Gator, which is a heavy movement stage, actually.
Yeah, now that you got the strike chain, you're going to see it utilized throughout the entire stage. And using the strike chain, we get the X-Buster upgrade pretty early, so you're going to see its charged ability used a lot also. Ikki fell off the corner there twice. This allows Laseki to make up some ground.
Oh man, he messed up a couple times.
Ikki finally gets up there, and Laseki's close behind. I'm not sure how fast the capsules opened on him, but it looks like it kind of opened at the same time.
It's about like a 2-second difference now. Once again, it's not over, so there's still many things that can happen.
Yeah, if you notice the stage is shaking, and that actually influences when the capsule will open. The capsule will not open until there is no shaking whatsoever. So you can get an instant open capsule, or sometimes you'll be waiting maybe a couple seconds before the capsule finally decides to open.
So it seems like both Ikki and Laseki are trying to go for the damage jump.
Yeah, so now they're even again.
Wow, that's insane. Another way to do it would be to use the mech and get hit. Oh, Ikki.
No, Ikki. Oh man. Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm gonna assume he was trying to get like a damage.
Yeah, he tried to go for a damage boost, and I think he slipped off the platform there. Oh, that's gonna set him back a little bit. At least 25 seconds, because that death is not near the checkpoint. You actually have to go out a little bit. And now the clown for Ikki's a little troublesome, and then Laseki's getting ready to fight Gator. But Laseki can miss the one cycle here, and that'll give Ikki a chance to catch up. But let's see what it does.
Yeah, so with Wheel Gator, you have to do a charge strike chain, and then it's a 5-frame window, I believe.
Yes.
Making sure that you're getting the hit. Unfortunately, he did not get it, so now he's gonna
opt for Buster, which is perfectly fine in this situation.
Yeah.
There, and then he goes back to chain, I think, to finish out the hits. So let's see what Ikki does here with the one cycle. I think he dropped it in about the same place.
Yeah. But he finishes it, so that's good.
I think they were getting a little low on chain, so they opted to go to the Buster, and then after getting the double neon shot there on Gator, they could opt to go back to chain to get their rest of the damage in.
I believe Caleb still has the world record hold for MMX to any percent.
Yeah, on console, yeah, 3246.
So is this where we're going to see a difference?
Yeah, we should see a route difference here. So Laseki is going Ostrich third, and then I think Ikki is stack third. Let's just make sure.
Okay.
Because when I raced him, I didn't watch it stream, so I'm not. Yeah, we have stack third.
Yeah, so a little bit different routes.
Yes, so Laseki is going Ostrich third, so he's going to get the dash boots now. And this gives him access to neon jumps when he goes to Bubble Crab. But you're going to see Ikki do stack third. So doing stack third allows you to go ahead and get the speed burner earlier. So then you can use the charged speed burner through the next stage after stag, which is Centipede. And that also allows you to get, in regards to PB attempts, 2 of the most heavy RNG fights out of the way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Stag is, if you do not know how to do his fight, he can be very, very troublesome and can hit you for a lot of damage. So it's pretty precise movement for his fight. Same kind of thing with Ostrich, but it's not too bad.
And a big difference here between the Buster duels for Ostrich and Stag. For Ostrich third, you are forced to start off with no charge because going up the rocket forces X to do the mashing animation. So Laseki can't start off with a double neon or a single neon like Ikki can for this fight. So you see Ikki's going to be able to get some quick damage on Stag right away. And then Laseki has to hope for some good RNG from Ostrich, because you want Ostrich to jump in the air as much as possible, and then that allows you to get double hits on Ostrich, because when Ostrich reaches the peak of his jump, he resets his iframes. And Ostrich is just running. Now he goes to the air, but the problem is Laseki's on the lower ground, but now that he's on a little bit higher ground, he can actually meet Ostrich at the same height to meet him with those double hits.
Ikki's fight with Stag was pretty good. Just a couple hits, but it's good. Sometimes he hugged a wall. It's best to do that because your damage goes a little bit faster. Movement. But it was a really good fight with Stag nonetheless.
So for Ikki here, he doesn't have the air dash in Centipede, so he's going to have to time a dash jump off of a ledge, and then he has to use the speed burner charge to reach the wall that leads up to the sub tank. That's the only really scary jump in this stage. If you had the air dash, which Laseki will have when he goes to Centipede, it makes getting that sub tank basically free.
Keeps getting bonked by those carriers. Just a little scary. Did this first burner, so he's gonna get this heart, and then the next one will be the one that's gonna be a little bit trickier to do.
And Laseki opts to go do the climb to get up to the heart tank. He actually missed it, so he has to go back and kind of realign himself, and there he goes. So for Ikki's end, he's going to be using the charge strike chain to take out the chop register in one hit. So whenever he gets control, he's going to dash jump up to it and let the charge chain go, and that big claw that comes out at first will overlap the hilt, and that should do enough damage to one-shot it. But unfortunately, I think Ikki got a little too close, so the chain didn't quite go cover it the whole time.
Oh, looks like you're having a little trouble climbing up. And he's now going to be heading to Bubble Crab, which is not really too difficult of a fight. Long as you have Wheel Gator's power, you're fine.
Yeah, Laseki has to be aware of how much damage he takes if he has to use some deboost strats, because his HP isn't as large as Ikki's will be when he does the fight.
Looks like he's getting some double hits with the wheel, which is good.
And Centipede's not cooperating right now for Ikki.
Ooh.
Oh, there's the tailspin, and Ikki almost got the tailspin glitch. I think it was a little light on his dash jump there, but it was a good try. He'll have another opportunity, I think, here in just a minute.
This is why Centipede is a really butt to fight with.
Oh, didn't quite get it a second time. So you see Centipede's getting knocked back when he gets hit. This forces him to teleport at least one time, but he can do it up to 4 times if he wants.
Oh.
Okay, good. You got him.
that was scary.
Yeah. Also, the lower Centipede's HP is, the harder it is to break out of his tail. Should he grab you? So you saw Ikki there got a little bit of a dash jump before the magnetism took over, so he was able to kind of slow down his, I guess his magnetation. I guess that's a good word to use. I guess we'll just go with it.
we'll just go with it. Laseki is now on stag stage, just like Ikki was earlier.
He better book it out of that hot volcano.
That was a close one.
Yeah, that lava deals 8 damage per hit, and it's not fun. So Ikki is getting the heart tank and snail, and he's got the mecha cross. Yeah, Crystal Snail stage is probably the best stage to show the full potential of what an X2 speedrun is all about. Because you have the charged speed burner, you have your strike chain, you have a mini boss skip. It has it all.
You got it. Yeah, you got the mini boss skip, no problem. Very simple.
Ikki had a little trouble with triggering the crystal before going back to get the helmet.
So one of the reasons why Laseki takes this route, some speedrunners do this, is because it makes stag fight a lot easier. Just using the bubble attack makes it pretty easy.
So now Ikki's making his way to the Crystal Snail fight. It's hard to say. I'm pretty sure Laseki is probably ahead at this point. But we'll have to wait and see what Centipede does for Laseki here in a couple of stages.
Yeah. If he can do the fight right, then he will definitely be ahead.
So on Ikki's screen, he's going to try to do the snail quick kill. Oh, but he's got a full charge. This may be a little different than what I'm used to seeing. Okay, he just uses the neon to force Snail to go back into a shell, and then when he comes back out, he's going to hit him with the magnets. And he didn't quite get all the hits, but it's still a good fight. Ooh, nice, and he got the standing on the shell ending. But Ikki had a pretty good fight there.
Definitely a really good fight. Had to play a little soccer, a little football, but that's okay.
So Laseki gets the body armor. Now Laseki doesn't have a complete armor, so he has to watch his burner usage in Moth stage. And this is one of the big differences between the two routes, because in the Moth stage, when Ikki plays the stage, he's going to have a complete armor. So there's a bonus to completing your armor, and that is you get all your weapon usage is cut in half. So Ikki's going to have twice as much burner to use as Laseki does here. So Laseki has to be very careful not to waste any burners, or just be very sparingly in its use.
Yeah, which can be difficult because that Morph stage is really enemy heavy, and which can cause a lot of lag.
Yeah, there's a lot of random points of lag with all the junk that flies up in these little gravity sections, as you see Laseki going through.
So he's saving his...
Oh no, Ikki had to crash the bike.
Yeah, so riding the bike in Ostrich stage can be difficult if you don't really know how to do it at first. All it really is making sure you're not shooting too much as to not cause lag. And then when trying to get that heart, actually, you usually kind of want to wait for the second item to do the turn. Yeah, usually you'll be okay.
Yeah, if you just cruise the bike in at default speed after you land on the spikes, if you turn about before picking up the large ammo weapon ammo, you shouldn't crash as long as you have full health. If you don't have full health, and when you pick up those health refills, the game pauses, so that might mess you up when you're trying to turn the bike. So Laseki looks like he conserved a lot of burner going through Moss, so he had plenty to use for the boss fight.
So you
see the difference here on Ikki, he's got Ostrich's weakness. So when you shoot Ostrich with the Crystal Hunter, it forces the jump when Ostrich breaks out of the frozen animation. So Ikki's not opting to go for any double hits. He's just going to keep Ostrich stun locked.
Now Laseki is heading to Centipede. We'll see how he does with that stage. See if he can be able to do the battle.
Yeah, Laseki's got the air dash when he goes in the stage. So after he uses the speed burner, he automatically gets his air dash back, even if he used it before the burner with a dash jump. So he's going to get that sub-tank very, very easily.
We'll see also how he does on Chop Register.
And furthermore, Laseki's got 3 different weakness weapons he can use on Chop Register. So he's got the Charged Silk Shot, he has the Charged Sonic Slicer, and he has the Charged Strike Chain. But you're probably going to see Sonic Slicer from Laseki, unless he decides to change it up.
He's going with the Sonic.
Uh-oh, Ikki failed to destroy the sub, but okay, he got it on a second pass, so that's very important to take out the sub and on Ikki's side, because that does lag the game as you go through the stage. So Ikki uses a slope jump, and he's going to try to use some surface jumps to get the sub tank, but he's having a little difficulty. But then he just opts to go for the Neon strat.
He just said nope. Neon is easier. Too easy.
So Ikki's getting ready to fight Bubble Crab, but Laseki's getting ready to fight Centipede. So if Centipede gives Laseki any trouble, that gives Iki a chance to get back in this race.
Iki also having a little bit of difficulty climbing up, just like Laseki did. Almost at the same spot, too. So now Laseki's going to Centipede. We'll see if he can do it.
Okay, well, there's one teleport on Laseki's side. And now we're getting Magna Attractor on the ceiling. I'm feeling Laseki may opt to just keep bustering Centipede. Centipede's not going to give him the good pattern. So yeah, just slowly mill his HP down.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
And now you see another noticeable difference on Laseki's side. When Centipede used the Magna Attractor to try to pull Laseki in, he had the air dash available, so he was able to just do an air dash, and that just slows the momentum down. So that guarantees Laseki won't get in the tail.
Centipede just loves to give bad luck, apparently.
So Ikki's back in this a little bit, but I think he's still behind because of those 2 deaths.
He's now going to morph, which he'll now have definitely enough of Flame Burner that he can use throughout the stage, so he can fly by through.
Yeah, another advantage of doing the stack third route, you actually have the Crystal Hunter, so you don't have to do neon jumps for the Moth to get to this heart tank. And another bonus, Ikki's going to complete the armor, and then now he's going to have the 50% extra weapon energy to actually go through the Moth stage with. So he's going to be able to use all the burner he wants and still have plenty for the Moth fight. So Laseki's getting ready to do the mini-boss skip.
And he skipped Magna Quartz, no problem.
Ikki's getting ready to fight the first of the 2 old robots. We'll see what kind of RNG we get. When you destroy the little mosquito that resides in the old robot, as it drops, it could either do a jump or it can shoot a little projectile and then drop, or just instantly drop. And we got about average luck on that first robot on Ikki's side.
Paroids can be a little bit of a bugger when dealing with them.
No pun intended.
Now Laseki is now reaching into the boss room.
So Ikki's got the second old robot here to work with. And he gets sort of a a medium hop.
Oh, Laseki's not coming in charge. Not sure exactly.
Yeah, I think they're both using the same strats.
And a little football with them. And he's really playing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Snail got into the shell, so that's going to slow down Laseki a little bit.
Oh.
Man.
Did it again. Oh, no.
Uh-oh, that's bad.
Fortunately, Snail got up, so now he's going to slow-mo everything.
Uh-oh.
That's
bad.
not a good thing.
That was unfortunate on Laseki's side. That's going to give Ikki a shot to get back. This lag is just hurting Laseki right now.
Yeah, like for those who do not understand Snail's power is that he slows down everything. And you have to be very careful.
And just like that, we are tied going into the Counter Hunter stages.
Not over yet.
Man.
This is going to be interesting now.
Yep, this just became a race. And Ikki's ahead by a couple of seconds.
About like 3-4 seconds difference.
And there are still plenty of things that can turn the race in one man's favor or the other. There's the violin RNG with his mace ball. There's the Serga's fight. There's the Shiryu Rush, and there's even the final stage. Yeah.
So this stage is gotta be very, very careful. Obviously, Laseki's taking a little bit of a safer strat.
Yeah, this is probably the most demanding stage in terms of technical execution. You're going to be switching through most of your weapons at some point in this stage.
Laseki getting that nice quick kill. This is where really all your skills come into play, are in these last stages.
Yeah.
Dodging those little grabbers.
Laseki playing it very safe, making sure he doesn't get grabbed by any of those claws.
Alright, now it's time for the fight with Violin.
Yeah, at the very start of the fight, Violin's gonna raise his arms and bring out some blocks. That's always the same in every fight. But if he keeps raising his arms, that does slow you down because he's invulnerable. But Laseki's getting a good block pattern because with the block above Violin there, if Violin decides to jump, Violin can't jump out of their range, so it's easy to hit the bubbles like that.
So we're still like at about a 5-6 second difference.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 seconds. Laseki did play that stage a little bit safer, but it could all change right here in this next stage with the elevator skip.
Elevator skip, which is really for those advanced speedrunners, in my opinion.
So all these little red elevators that you're going to see, once you spawn them, they operate on a local timer, and they can't be changed once you spawn them. So you're going to have to spawn the last elevator and reach it before it gets out of range. And Ikki got it. Well, I think Laseki's just going to opt to play it safe. I don't know.
I don't think he did that the last time. I think he did this too. He plays it safe, and
so Laseki's going to take an automatic 20-second pit stop here, collect his thoughts. Oh, Ikki messes up the setup for the first start of the fight, so I think or he may be going to Silk Shot because he still has his charge. Yeah, he's going to Silk Shot. Okay. Almost forgot about this strat. So once you destroy all the 4 turrets on Sergei's fortress, he now becomes vulnerable to get hit. So you're going to see Ikki try to position himself on that moving platform to try to release the charge in Sergei's face. And the ball that comes out at first will deal 5 damage. And then the middle blade of those 5 that spread out will come down and hit Sergei's a second time. But as you see, he's just playing it safe. He's going to stay under the cockpit and just charge up Sonic Slicers.
Yeah, looks like he's also doing the same strat that Ikki's doing. Some other people do other things. Some use the mine attack. Oh. Some people use the charge as well. It's much longer, takes a lot longer, but it will destroy all 4 of those turrets in one go.
Yeah, Laseki had a little trouble getting to the right weapon. He had to go the long way on the weapon swap to get to Sonic Slicer, because if you have a full charge at any time and you go right to Silk Shot, the Silk Shot instantly appears and you lose your charge.
And he's got.
So I think Ikki's got about a 30-second lead now.
Yeah, unfortunately, not doing the elevator skip, you do lose a lot of time. So, and Ikki can't. Yep. Oh.
See, this is what I lost my 32 run to earlier today. Was these neons? I hate them. And Laseki was watching when I lost my run too.
He's gonna do the bottom route, so he's gonna do the neon jump. If you don't know your neon jumps, then well, good luck doing top, because top is pretty difficult too.
So Ikki gets the neon jump up to the Shiryu capsule.
So same idea like the first Mega Man X game. You need to collect all the subtanks and the hearts and all the parts, and you need to make sure that you're at full health, and you now get the Shuriken. It works differently though from the Hadouken, because it's not like a one-hit kill. Shuriken works differently, in which it's more how close of you are to the hitbox of the actual enemy.
Yeah, the Hadouken is a projectile weapon, but the Shuriken is actually a combat weapon, so you actually have to get close to some of your bosses to actually hit them with. the Shoryuken deals 16 HP of damage on the first frame of contact if the boss is not in iframes. Oh no, and Ikki gets agile! Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh,
this might be Laseki's chance to catch up a bit.
And after the first, and every other frame after the first frame of damage from the Shoryuken, it will deal 8 damage.
Okay, he got it this time. Oh man. That's scary. That is very scary.
Yeah, Agile can just go angry immediately if he wants, and when you go for the Shoryu, he's invincible, and you're invincible too when you're in the Shoryuken, but your iframes expire once your Shoryu's over and you're on the spikes and you instantly die. There is no escape from that either.
Let's see how Laseki does on this fight with Agile. I still think this is the most silliest boss in the world. I didn't think enemies could look such silly, but they do.
So Ikki is starting the boss rush.
So boss rush is interesting. Shoryu rush is what a lot of people like to call it. Can be a little bit of a nightmare because it's all about executing the Shoryu. I believe I'm not sure what Ikki goes to. I know some people like to go to Wheel Gator pretty quickly because I know he's a little bit of a tricky one to pull off.
Yeah, but in essence, it's all about runner preference. I mean, you can take out these bosses in any order you want, but some of the runners will go for the harder ones first.
So like Iggy's doing Morph, which obviously it doesn't take one full hit. You have to do 2 hits since it has 2 parts. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so close, so close. He almost got hit by the glitter. That really would have been unfortunate. Once again, you have to be full health in order to perform the Shoryuken, so getting bombed is not good, really.
Yeah.
Laseki at Centipede while Ikki's at Stag.
Ooh.
Centipede teleported, unfortunately, but he still managed to get the Shoryu on him pretty quickly.
Yeah, Centipede went to the ceiling, so the Shoryu's pretty easy to land at that point.
Ikki also Shoryu Stag, which Laseki did earlier. Really, really easy Shoryu. Just Shoryu to the left.
So for Crab here on Laseki's side, we're hoping for a bubble, because then Laseki can just jump over Crab, force him to jump himself. There we go. And then, oh, okay, Laseki almost got unlucky there, but luckily the water level was high enough that when Crab jumped that it wasn't. Oh, that was default level. That was default water. The water didn't raise.
Oh, Crab can do a couple of different things, depending. Sometimes he'll jump, sometimes he'll just walk. You really want him to be hopping so that you could be able to do a Shoryu on him.
And Sponge cooperates for Ikki. Yeah, if Crab doesn't break out the bubble, he's going to be walking, and he can actually run into you at the last second if you're not careful.
Wire obviously gave him a good RNG as well. Sponge can, either swirl his little chain, or he can jump or climb up on the ceiling, which he did for Ikki.
Ikki successfully gets the Crab fight. And Sponge also went up for Laseki, so this is an interesting rush. I think Ikki's got maybe 2 bosses left, Gator and Snail. And I think Laseki has 3.
Yeah, he has 3 left, so...
Yeah, Laseki's getting some health here for some sub-tanks. Ikki hasn't had to do that yet, so when we get to the final stage, if Ikki gets unlucky...
Oh, Ikki and Laseki both having problems with Gator.
Okay, now see, that's what I was talking... Okay. Oh, Ikki, now, we just saw the pause menu on Ikki's side. Ikki has no more lives, so if Ikki dies, it's a game over.
And for some reason, Wheel Gator is giving Laseki a lot of problems.
Oh no, Laseki's gonna burn all of his sub tanks. Okay, but he gets Gator, but both players are gonna collect health here. They need those sub tanks.
He's gotta be very careful now because he cannot afford to die at all.
Yeah, if we see Ikki miss the snail Shiryu here, we're gonna see magnets from him. Yeah, it's no problem.
Yeah.
No.
He unfortunately got bopped after, so...
Snail's shell is too overpowered.
Oh.
And the speed is too overpowered, too.
Oh
my goodness.
No.
Careful, Ikki. Don't die.
Come on, Ikki.
If Ikki dies, this race is all but done. Okay. Ikki's home free. Yeah, if you die in the Shiryu Rush, you have to redo all of the refights. So Ikki's going to have a lead going into the final stage, but it's not over because Ikki has, I think, only 3 or 4 energy in that sub-tank that he refilled.
Now, I don't know. I'm not sure if Laseki does zero fight.
Okay, Laseki's going for the easy magnet into 2 Shiryus, so that's pretty good. So he's going to make up a lot of time there.
Let's see how Ikki does.
But now, Ikki has to be very wary on if he misses any of these Shiryus and he has to burn that sub-tank. If he fails a second time, he's going to have to do all these fights without the Shiryu, and that's going to give Laseki a chance to maybe take this race.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh, so he didn't get a setup. So usually you would do a Shiryu setup for 0. But unfortunately, he did not do that. So we're going to see how he does this fight.
Yeah, probably a Shiryu immediately to dodge all of 0's shots. Nope, he's going to make him block, and then he's going to hit him with the first Shiryu, and then he hits him with the second. So
Laseki being a little patient.
Very patient. He's going to let Ikki decide his fate.
So let's see.
Now remember, if Ikki wins this match, Ikki still has a chance to advance out of the pool. If Laseki wins, he advances to the bracket phase.
All right, so here comes Wolverine Sigma. See if he gives him a good RNG. Yeah, Laseki does the regular fight.
Pink balls on Ikkisoad. Ikki's gotta wait. He's being very patient. I like this. I like the play.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Laseki does not do the Shiryu on 0. He just uses the flame burner, which is his weakness.
Okay, Ikki's trying to keep his health high enough. Oh no, that's gonna do it. Ikki cannot finish off Virus with the Shiryu. He took too much damage. I don't think the sub-tank that he has is enough, unless I'm wrong. Laseki could come back. Oh, he had plenty. Okay.
He had plenty. Okay, so he must have grabbed him when he.
Yeah, he must have saved some.
Oh.
And Ikki finishes with a 38-17. RaceBot has him clocked in at 38-21. So Ikki keeps himself alive in this tournament by winning this match against Laseki.
Ooh. Oh, and he does not have enough. Laseki did not have enough in his sub-tank, so he's gonna have to fight him normally. Oh, that's Wolverine Sigma. Why?
Yeah.
Bad.
So yeah, Laseki's trying to get the Sonic Slicers on Sigma. There's actually a way you can get double and even triple hits on this boss with that Sonic Slicer, even quad hits. The iframes on him are really, really weird.
So now he's got him, and since he doesn't have any kind of sub-tank or anything like that to fill up and do another Shoryuken, he's gonna have to just use the chain and hope that he gets an okay fight, but he has to be very careful because Head Sigma will drop a bunch of enemies, which can lag pretty much the room.
Yeah, and when he shoots out those two little spheres, when they're in their CX4 form, they actually deal a lot of damage. But once the enemies spawn, they deal their usual damage. But you're just going to see Laseki just chain his way to finish out this race.
Come on, Laseki, you got this.
But he has to be careful not to die.
Okay.
But he did get a health refill there, so
he got a health refill.
He should be good. We should see an ending
and he got
here.
And he got a weapon refill too. There's no way he can fail now. He'll be fine. Sucks that he just this way. And there you have it. He's more like at a 40-28, or maybe 427. His SRL put it as 40-29.
Yeah, that was a really good race all the way to the end there. So that was a good watch for sure. Good job to both the racers.
Congrats to Ikki. He gets to live another day. Definitely close match.
Mm-hmm. Very close. So with that win under Ikki's belt, Ikki has 2 wins and 1 loss. Laseki has 2 wins and 2 losses. But Ikki still has to play Shadow Zero, I'm pretty sure, in this pool. I think that's the last match that needs to be played out of this group before it's done.
Well, thank you guys so much, Ikki and Laseki, for your match. If you haven't done so, please follow them. Amazing speedrunners.
I believe we have another match later tonight at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time between
really?
Fruity Waffles and Torta Diego, and that's in about 2 hours.
Both with amazing names. You cannot go wrong with Fruity Waffles and Torta Diego. That's so great.
Mm-hmm.
And amazing job with Justin with his incredible commentary.
Alrighty, I believe that will be all for us, and hope to see you back here in a couple hours for the next race. Have a good evening, everybody.
See ya.